Hi, I'm Daniel, this is Ashville Weekly, episode 60. It's my first time in here. An entire load. Fancy putting a couple of them up in the box. I said, what? Ooh, just appreciate you coming and bringing the belt. Let's measure you. One train of material don't do nothing for Ashville. We need it raw. The deepest of deep dishes. And that's a big old steel in it.
Can't stop watching it.
Do not come over that fence. That's what this is meant for.
I thought it was gonna be a little harder.
Just put a sock on it because it'll save a lot of time. That's your own business. Monday morning, I'm in the yard. We had the problems over the weekend, which destroyed our footage for episodes 58 and 59.
I've lost everything.
I'm not gonna keep going on about it.
I've lost everything.
Because like I always say when something goes wrong, that's your own business. So this time, it's my own business. And you know, I've had time to reflect and nobody died, everybody's got their health. I still have the equipment, kit fails. So, you know, we move on. Had a long meeting with the video team today, had some discussions over the weekend. And yeah, we have a plan in place and we're gonna do things in a slightly different way for now so we can make sure everything's secure. And we've escalated our problem with BT to try and get our fiber here quicker so we can start backing up to a cloud so we have backups off-site. The biggest problem I now have is that some of the footage that's lost and gone, these videos were mid-edit, like the volumetric concrete lorries. I filmed all the work that took place on them and I wanted to bring you that as a standalone video, and now all that footage is gone unless it can be recovered from the drives. You are not behaving, you are not doing your job. Plus, I have a video that I'm meant to do for Control 4, which was part of the work at the sticker man's house, and I've lost all of that. So now I'm in a position where I may well have to pay £1,000 for someone to look at it and £5,000 to recover the footage because I have obligations to bring them a video. So I'm in a difficult position, so everything is unfolding as we speak. Let's concentrate on the problems which are immediately in front of us in this second, like this volumetric concrete lorry. So we spotted on Saturday afternoon that there was a problem with this lorry. We've repaired this belt before. Now, the way in which you repair the belt is you've got something that connects the belt like this so the belt can stay together and stay strong. What's happened is a couple of those have disconnected from here, and where they've disconnected, the material's beginning to fall behind the belt. Now, this belt could go at any second. So on Saturday evening, I said to this man, do not go out in this lorry on Monday morning, go around and get it repaired. Well, we've been to 3 people and nobody can repair it because they're too busy. So what I did, I asked them for the fitting so we could do it ourselves. This holds the belt on one side, this holds the belt on the other side, and this is what keeps it together. I can't afford to send this lorry out on the road until this is repaired because I don't want to replace the belt. In this case, the prevention will be a lot cheaper than the cure, but this lorry can't go out and do any work today, so a bit of a problem. I told you a few weeks ago about the frame we're setting up. Well, that has progressed very well. We've put a lot of work into it, and unfortunately, I believe we have lost a lot of the work showing you how this was built.
I've lost everything.
The steel's what we have here. We cut the H profile to slide it in, and we welded it for additional strength. Along the back of this, we've put supports, and we've put this 5mm plate here. Again, on the sides, we have support, and we have 5mm plate. We have put entire pieces of 5mm plate where we can, and then in the corners where we join it, this will fit in here. So this is all completely joined. Now, we didn't use 3mm on here because we wanted something a bit thicker. And we wanted it to be nice and strong as well, because if you imagine an entire load from a shovel, there could be 8 ton of material in the shovel. This could well hit against the back here and fall into here, and we're welding the whole thing together to make it nice and strong. And we've now decided that we're going to put a piece along the front as well. So when we put the lifting points here, we can have 4 lifting points and spread the weight evenly. Thankfully, last week we had our MIG welder serviced because she needed a bit of work done to her. Now she's working like a dream. And over here on this side, once we put the supports in, we do a little tack weld. Once it all lines up and we put this final piece in level, then we begin to do the main weld. In the railway yard, it's 10:31 and there's a train coming tomorrow morning, and all the material on that train has to go in this bay, what needs to be 6 blocks high. Now, in previous episodes, which you may or may not see,
I've lost everything.
we started to build these walls up and then we had to take them down because the ground wasn't level. So we've built up the ground with some oversized and then 0 to 20 mil material, and then we've compacted it to make sure that the bottom level of the blocks is straight, and therefore the rest of it, when it's built up, will also be straight. This is the area that the wall is going to be built to. So the bays which we have along here, each one is going to be 10 meters from the railway line, what means that the L860 can get past and something can squeeze round him. So the train sits on the tracks, the wagons slightly overlap, then you need another gap for the L860, which is about 5 meters wide, and then there's a small gap. It means that we can have a bigger bay as possible, but still have access round the front. So the space we have here is about 92 meters. Now, of this 92 meters, we are doing 4 bays at 17 meters, and then after that we have a final bay which is between 20 and 22 meters. However, the back of the yard, the shape of it, it comes in like this, which means the further down you go, the less depth you have on the bay. So this will be our main bay. Also over here, something we've never done before, on the side of this bay, I'm going to have a small steel here. When you fill the bay full of material and a loading shovel drives into it at 200 miles an hour as you do in the Ashville yard, and then you lift the front axle off the ground and have the wheels spinning for no reason other than to just damage and destroy and burn diesel like we do here, it puts a lot of impact on the side also. If you put the L860 on top here, it puts pressure all round, it tries to push the material out. So on this side as well, we will have a steel right next to a new pedestrian walkway that I'm putting in there. Here, we can see the line in place for the other bay. So the bays are smaller than they used to be, but they should be a lot stronger, and the depth of them should give us just about the same amount of space. You may have seen in episode 58, I've lost it all, me showing the new Ashville merch. Remember I said we were going to put the A on the back? Well, if you have a look here, you'll see the final design of the Ashville hoodies, which I'm very happy about. But by the time you're watching this, the Ashville hoodies would have already been on the store since Wednesday, the 1st of December. So they're already out. But I nearly cancelled all the orders the other day because Ara turned around to me on Saturday evening and said,
"Oh yeah, you can't put them in the washing machine."
I said, what? Who is going to buy a jumper, an Ashville jumper that they can't? What are they going to do? Take the jumper and go down to the ravine at the bottom and start washing their clothes outside with blue soap? Like, who's going to do that? You know, in people's houses, they're going to hear the bath run and they're going to think, oh yeah, my partner's running the bath for me, a nice warm bath. And then you go into the bathroom, you see the man washing his Ashville jumper in the bathtub. No, we're not ordering any of those. Then I calmed down again. There was a lot of highs and lows that day. We went back to the footage and realized that we could actually see the washing instructions, and you can put it in the washing machine. Yes, you can, but a cold wash. But you cannot put them in the tumble dryer and you cannot iron them. Now, guys, I'm thanking everyone who's bought an Ashville hoodie. Whether you do or you don't, I love you. I love all the support you give. But please, do not put the Ashville hoodie in the washing machine and turn it up to 95 degrees like you want to kill all the bacteria from like you're washing sheets from a hospital. Do not do that. And then put it in the tumble dryer and then pass a big iron on it and then say that the jumper is not good quality, because I know the jumper's good quality. I know, because I've had it myself and I've gone through this entire process and I'm going to be wearing it myself. So I'm going to be washing it as well as you are. So if you don't treat it properly and you damage the jumper, please do not try to blame me and say, no, I got an Ashville hoodie and the quality of it is not good, I want my money back. Don't do that, because I will know that you didn't look after it properly. Yeah, all bets are off. A lot like people say to me when I buy a machine off them and then they damage it in the yard and I say, fix this under warranty, and they go, no, all bets are off, you didn't look after it properly. Same thing. To add to what's going on at the moment, on Saturday, which is the 27th of November, coming Saturday, we are going to Felixstowe Docks to collect the container with all the Ashville products. They are our mugs, water towers, tipper toys, umbrellas, the L860 toys. We've got to bring it back here. We have to get it on the shop straight away to have it available for you on the 1st of December, which has passed already. So if you don't know, you better get to know. I go with the rhythm, better go with the flow. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, so it is going to be a jam-packed week, and there are some serious deadlines that we need to meet. Let's get on with it. There's a fine line between a sharp edge and a cutting edge. Whether you're moving material or shrubbery, we all want the same thing: a smooth finish and no accidents. This episode of Ashville Weekly is sponsored by Manscaped.com. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a waterproof cordless trimmer with skin-safe technology that helps reduce nicks and cuts in your most sensitive areas. And it's got this really cool LED light, which you can use on those dark mornings in winter when you're trying to give yourself a trim. Here's some stocking stuffers for you: the Crop Preserver and the Crop Reviver. Yeah, it's very good. The Weed Whacker has 360-degree rotary blades, and it also has the same skin-safe technology as a Lawnmower 4.0. So when you're trying to get your ears and nose fresh, it helps avoid all the tugs and tears. Nice. Manscaped isn't only below the belt with this new and improved Shears 2.0 4-piece stainless steel luxury nail kit. Guys, this year treat yourself, and ladies, if that special man in your life has been good this year, treat him to the Manscaped Performance Package. For a limited time, you'll get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Get 20% off, free international shipping, and 2 free gifts with the code Ashville20. Link in description. Tuesday morning, I'm on the way into the yard, trying to get the lorries out nice and early because we have a train coming in. It's been a while since we've had a train, so I'm very much looking forward to it. But most of the material on that train, I've already sold it. We need to get it out of the wagons, get it on the deck, load it onto lorries, and get it out the gate. We can leave a gap in the train, but I don't think we're going to need to today because there are only 19 wagons. Now we can fit 24, but they're 19, so it's going to give plenty of room for the locomotive to shunt backwards and forwards. And I'm not even sure if we're going to use the secondary line. And I want to see how that new layout in the yard works, where the L860 can track all the way up and all the way down. I've been drawing a lot of things on paper and coming up with a lot of plans. Well, today's the day that everything is put into action and we see if it actually works. So let's get into that yard and see how we're getting on. Train. The locomotive is actually very far into the yard. This hasn't happened in a very long time. And I want to get down the bottom and check how our new crossing area is faring. Oh, look how far this is into the yard. L860, elevated cab working, material's coming off, and then the shovel is taking that material and putting that material into our new bay, which we didn't finish building in time. I tried, but it didn't work. Let's go and take a closer look. Ooh, you see the L860 is loading directly into the new bay. So the 10 meters of space what I've left is enough because the machine's got space here. And if the machine was actually to track the other way, it would be completely fine. So it looks like the plan has come together and that is working. Let's go and have a closer look. It's the steel we put in yesterday to support the side of the bay, which is now dry. There we go. That's a big old steel. This will support everything at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit of the 5th one. This will just support this side of the bay. and we'll continue building this up a little bit later when the guys get in. The material there, what we dug out, we're gonna use that, move that back into here and fill it. Looking good, looking good. Seeing everything working like this together is perfect because that's what this is meant for. So when you see the L860 sitting around, that means that the machine isn't being paid for and the machine isn't doing what it was built to do. So days like this are ideal where we see everything working to its optimum, and I know now why I bought all of this kit. So a good day, and hopefully we have many more like it. So the offload's going well. What we're gonna do is continue to offload in this front area, and the lads are gonna go round into the other yard and continue with the steel work, putting the rest of the steels in place. And when the train is offloaded and the train pulls out of the yard and we close the gate at the top, at that point, we're gonna continue building up the bay and doing the other work in this area. And hopefully we'll pour some more concrete by the end of the day. Coming to have a look down here. The train has already shunted forward. Let's see how it got on when it was here. I can't see any damage to this. And having a look at the wagon, how the wheels actually sit on here, I believe that we had clearance and all is well. Love it when a plan comes together.
Right, how you doing?
mate, I worry when... How are you? That's good, mate, thank you.
I can't stop watching it.
Good, I'm happy, I'm happy.
I'm literally waiting. I'm dying and waiting. That is my Sunday morning.
Oh, well, you weren't happy, so you weren't happy on Sunday then, yeah?
I was like, oh my God, what's happening?
You all right?
Yeah, all good, mate, all good. Yeah,
we got one there, and then we got another one over there. If you want tea and stuff, there's a canteen over there as well.
Showed me that this morning.
Okay,
The accountant got me in.
The accountant got you in, good man. The machine operator says that he watches a bit of Ashville Weekly as well, and he was very disappointed on Saturday. I'm furious of episode 58 when he learned what happened. I just want to say something about that. Thank you guys for all the positive comments, and as you say, I always try to show you what's real and the emotions I'm going through. So yeah, I appreciate the feedback from all of you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you who watches the show. Without you guys watching, we wouldn't be doing it. So thank you. Say that again.
Dr. Tunde, we want Tunde Weekly.
I made an effort again today, another cameo. I've been watching, the street crime, so I've been learning how to do it. As you can tell, when two small clubs meet, don't engage. Comment and let me know how I've been doing. I've got no YouTube channel though, so follow me on Instagram. That's it.
Ain't that just a sight for sore eyes? I love it. Anyway, let's move back onto the hopper, because when all that material is offloaded, when I want to bag it up, I am going to need my bagging plant. So we're nearly finished with the welding of the front piece we're going to put on. Then we're going to put some lifting eyes on. Then over here in these corners, we have our lines drawn where we're going to cut. So we're going to cut from here and we're going to cut down to there. And then we're going to take all the sharp edges off it. Then we need to flip it, because when we flip it over, we're going to weld underneath this part here, and this area underneath where we've cut the H profile and butted it into the other steel, we need to weld the other side of that as well to make it strong. So this is progressing nicely. Let's crack on. It's all happening in here. Now we have a cement delivery, and the train is just finished offloading, just waiting for a signal so the train can leave. Let's go and have a look at how we are getting on in that new Type 1 bay. Hey, this bay ain't as big as I thought. Wow. Well, the bay isn't touching at the back, So let's show a little bit of drone footage there to show what the back of the bay looks like. So we haven't piled it up against the back, and we are going to go a little bit higher, but my bay did fill up a bit quicker than I thought it would. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We can work around it. I just know that the bay isn't as big as I think it is. It's an optical illusion. Having a look at this steel here. This is the area I showed you before. I'm not sure if we've got that footage.
I've lost everything.
Of where the side here was a lot lower and there was like a whole kind of concrete dam against this area. So what happened, we've poured these steels at a bottom level. Then we've moved the concrete blocks. We've moved them to here and we've put some ply in front. Then we've poured a secondary layer. Now on this secondary layer, we'll just finish on top of it to make it level, but we've poured that additional concrete to bring it up to this level because we cannot pour the concrete on that side because the land is a lot lower. And then all the dirt and all the hardcore that we've dug out, we'll just use it to fill in the gap so there's a slope at the end. So using the acros, you can see with the spirit level that we just adjust and adjust and adjust till we get it 100% level. So once we have this one level, hopefully we'll pour this one and this one today. And while we pour the bottom levels of those ones, we should be pouring the top levels of these. So the work carries on here and the work carries on over there, building up the rest of the bays to get them to 6 blocks high. Having a closer look, we're going to take these off. We're going to drive this back in and we're going to weld a couple of repairs because it's broken away in a few places here. We were going to attach something to this to ensure that it went just like this and it got a bit smaller, but what we're going to do is just put a sock on it because it will save a lot of time. Now at the bottom, we're going to cut this lower profile off because it's actually longer than the rest of the frame. And then we've got these large plates in the other yard. We're going to put those on the bottom here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to put 4 holes in the corners of those, so when we bolt this down onto the ground, we have a much better firm fixing. Concrete we poured last night, looks nice and dry. We're gonna pour some concrete in these two areas here, just to build it up a little bit, because we got the base level before, then we removed all the supports from out the way, got some ply around it so not to destroy our blocks. Now we're gonna pour those, and over in this area, we're gonna begin to build up the ground. Once we've built up the ground accordingly, we're gonna begin to put the levels of blocks so we can continue and start to construct the second bay and finish the first one. This lorry loading, and we're using all the concrete blocks we can. I don't even think that we've got enough, and I see what 7 are going out on this lorry and going to someone. Now I think these are going to one of my mates, I think, and if they're not going to one of my mates, I'm gonna want to know why we're selling them, because we need them. So hopefully they are going to one of my mates. It's Wednesday evening, we're at QPR. Today is a friends and family day. You know Dr. Tunde here.
I'm back.
You know Sheldon from previous episodes, owner of Chicken Kitchen. Now you've seen this man before. He was in the video when he brought Sheldon to me. This is Clint. And this is Taj, my barber.
Finally back here.
Yeah, finally back here. It's taken long enough. Now we're waiting for Dan Aziz. If you remember a couple of weeks back, Dan Aziz was here. And the other night he fought, and he is now the British lightweight champion. And he's told us that he's bringing the belts. So we're waiting for those belts. I'm not sure if he's going to let us keep them. I fancy putting a couple of them up in the box, and we hope he's bought the gloves. Me and Tunde are going to have one glove each and have it signed, because we like all that kind of sports memorabilia. So we're waiting for him now, and then we're going to have some starters, and then we're going to have our mains, and we're going to enjoy the game, and hopefully QPR can get a good result, because we are looking at the promotion places, and we all want a day at Wembley, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we go Premier League, I can't afford it. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So let's hope he'll be here soon. The champ is here. The champ is here. The British light heavyweight champion is here. Hey, what's in the briefcase? Let's open this briefcase. The champ is here. Oh, look at that, boy.
Still built, you know. Real silverware.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My guy. Congratulations. Well done, brother. Well done. Just appreciate you coming and bringing the belt. But I'm going to be honest with you. It didn't look like it sweat you, though, to win the belt. You look like you took it in your stride.
I thought it was going to be a little harder.
Yeah.
He is good, but I just had too much for him. I think I was too strong. Yeah.
When you started unloading the gun, the big guns,
exactly,
yeah?
Man.
Dan Aziz, the light heavyweight champion. New light heavyweight champion. Dan is a man of his word. Here we go. He's brought the gloves. Good result as well. 1-0 win. We are now up to 4th. We are so high in the table that I have a nosebleed. So let's hope it can carry on, and we're going to, Wembley, here we come.
I've made it back to weekly. Hopefully it's a regular occurrence, but we'll see. Subject to management. Ara, please, don't edit this.
From one champ to another. Thanks for the support. Ah, look at that. That's definitely going in the glass bottle. Dan, thank you.
Oh my God.
Much appreciated.
Love my bro.
Tunde up next. Tunde up next.
Right, I was too Daniel. You're too my brother Tunde. Right. Nah, later. Look, man said too Daniel. Man said too my brother Tunde. Right.
To the champ.
Right. This boy, it's all come out now.
Your message is better, bro. He just wrote to my brother. Message from one champ to another.
Look at it. I can't win. One's moaning about being the champ. One's moaning about being the brother. What can I do? Listen. To my brothers, innit? This is for you, for the support from before all the, what they want to call glitz and glamour. You lot have been there from when I'm boxing in dingy halls to the big Sky Sports. Like, thank you. So this is for you too, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Signing off. Wednesday night.
Ashville Weekly.
It's Wednesday and I'm in, no it's not. It's Thursday and I'm in the yard. Still enjoying my signed glove, what Dan Aziz gave me last night. I told you we were going to do the four corners of this, but that plan changed. And the bit you can see sticking out, we're completely cutting it off, and we are now going to put 6 plates on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that bit that was overhanging and the previous leg, all of that is cut off and that's gone, and that should give us an even better fixing to the ground. We've had to try and strengthen this, so we heated this up and we bent it back down, and we have put this angle here, put a patch here, put another patch here, and we've welded it up. And down the side, we've also welded this. So we're going around it, just having a look at bits which are damaged, and we're putting patches where we need to, and the smaller parts we're just repairing. So now what we're gonna do is flip this round the other way, and exactly what we've done here, we're gonna do that on the top. So in the new safe pedestrian walkway, we used to have 1, now we have 2. The reason we have a gap here is because we're going to put one of those yellow gates here, the gate that you've seen when you're going from the car park to the offices. We're also going to put one at the end there. So when you cross over from the other yard, you need to walk straight to this point, and then you'll be safe in this area, and you can walk all the way round to the weighbridge. Now, I have the one steel here, what we put in already, but the guys have asked me, can we put in another steel right at the end? I don't think we needed it, but you know, we're going to do that as well. And on all of these steels, because you have to walk past them, we've got this old scaffold lagging. So we're going to take the scaffold lagging at the end, and we're going to put this on all of them as well. Just so if you're walking past and you're not watching what you're doing, you're not going to hurt yourself. So let's get the hole dug over there, and we're going to get this steel in place, pour some concrete, prop the steel up, and it'll be dry by the morning. We can finish the area, put another couple of blocks, and we're good to go. Material's running out already, man. One train of material don't do nothing for Ashville. Yeah, it's nearly gone already. Let's see how we're getting on. So we are 60% done with bay 2. So ignore this wall in the middle of it. That's where the previous wall was. So we're taking from this wall here and we're using it to build at the back there. But we are 1, 2, 3, 4 courses high here. We're going 6 in total. All the steels at the back should be dry now. It's been a couple of days since we poured them. The older the concrete gets, the stronger it will be. So there's not any pressure on it at the moment. Because we're not actually leaning against it, we're just touching it like that. But as soon as things start working properly and materials piled against it, then there'll be pressure on the steels, but by that time they'll be dry and strong. We're now in bay 3. So while one team build up all the blocks in bay 2, we're setting out the levels at the back of bay 3, because these steels will be dry. Now that's a big old steel in it, and that's 2 meters in the ground as well. Nice, I like that kind of steel and concrete work. We're gonna build this out and carry on to here. We're also gonna line up the wall which is coming out that way. Now previously when we built these blocks, we were never so accurate. Like we didn't line them up, we just put the block down and put another block, and we just did it all by eye. But now we're actually lining them up perfectly, and we're building up the levels underneath. It actually makes a massive difference when you look at the wall, like the walls are near perfect. So I'm very happy with how those are going. So we're gonna finish this base here, put the bottom 2 rows down from here to here, and then we're gonna start digging for the last steels, which are gonna be bays 4 and 5. And while they're digging 4 and 5, the guys can keep laying the blocks here. And we need to hurry up and do it because a lot of the blocks are in the way. When these bays are ready, we're gonna begin to move the sand, ballast, 10 mil, 20 mil. We'll move it over into here, then we'll dismantle those bays, and we'll have a lot more space in the main yard. And as I always say, that's the plan anyway. Friday and I'm not in the car. It's Friday and I'm not in the yard. I am on the road. I'm going to have a look at a big order of hoodies which has just arrived, and there's a couple of things that I need to confirm based on the conversations I had last week, and production starts, and then hopefully on the 1st everything will be available on the shop. Right away after that I need to go back to the yard and do a watch through of episode 58, 59, the lost tapes, the footage that we've managed to salvage. After that I have a Zoom call at 2 o'clock where I need to go over some plans of a project that we're working on. After that, I need to jump in my car and drive all the way to Felixstowe, and I have to do a course which will help me qualify to collect the merch container tomorrow morning. And then I have to come back, try and catch up with all my emails and all my work, and then be back in the yard at around 5 a.m. if I want to get to Felixstowe at 9 o'clock for that container collection. Let's do this. See, when it's slightly darker, then you could tell it's concrete. So which one are we going for? Middle one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, middle one works. Because now you can tell it's more concrete. We need it raw, like concrete. So this was the original, and now it's like that. Yeah, much better, yeah. Right now, so imagine this. My full tracksuit is gonna be ready today at 7 p.m. Hopefully I'll be rocking it tomorrow when I go to collect the merch container. But now I'm gonna go through each size with the Ashville lettering on the front and decide on the sizing, because on the X small you can't put the same size Ashville writing that you do on the 5X large. So we're going to go through that and confirm everything now, so there are no grey areas, or he said, she said. This is for the t-shirts, everything exactly as I want it. We are getting there. So this is the Ashville letters, what are going on the front. Obviously the A will be a little bit bigger, but what's important to show you, as I keep saying, if I show you from this angle, you can see that it's raised. But this is all 3D silicone print, so this is not just printed on. And here it is. Here's a roll of it. And we've actually cleaned the supplier out totally. So we got boxes worth of this gear, what is going to do all this silicone 3D print. Cool. Yep. And what you want me to measure it? Okay.
That was on the one that
was on the sample that we.
So that was on my one, which is a XXX. So we need to decide, and as a proportion, that was a XXX, and this is an extra small. So proportionately, this is what, like 8 times smaller?
230 is perfect.
230, yeah. Okay. So extra small, 230. Cool. And now this is 1X. Oh wow.
240.
Yeah, 240.
Cool. 240, 260, 270, 250.
250. Looks like we're going up by 10 mil.
I think we're doing 10 mil on each.
Okay.
Medium.
Medium, yeah. Remember, it'll be a bit lower, won't it?
Yeah.
I'd say 270 on that one.
270 on the medium. Large, yeah.
I say 290.
290 on the large.
That is your 300.
So that's 300, yeah. What do you think? Too big or?
That is extra large.
That's extra large, yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's perfect.
So XL is what?
XL will be done at 330, yeah.
So what's it going to be at 5X?
We're going to find out together, Dan.
This is the size I thought I was, but I'm not.
Double XL.
Double XL.
So that's your 330.
Well, we could go up to maybe 340.
And what was the last one? 330?
That's 330.
Yeah, let's just do 10 mil more.
Yeah.
We're going to end up going probably 350 here, aren't we? Oh, more.
I would say 360, and then we got 4 fingers on that side as well.
Hold it there.
Hold it there. And then just watch for your.
Yeah.
360, yeah.
360.
4XL.
4XL, yeah.
These are for the big boys.
You got,
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
it.
can't complain.
You got to do it. It's 380 you got to do on that one.
Okay, 380. Let's measure you. Look at that.
All right, what we can do is.
We're going underneath.
Hold on. You've got 460 there then.
Oh! And this geezer's meant to be building houses. I was measuring it wrong, enough. I'm going to have to go and check the sticker man's house, the size of his extension. It's probably 26 metres. That's why it took so long.
Happy with all the sizes, yeah?
Yeah, right. See, that's your disclaimer to blame me. Okay, decision is made. I need to head back to the yard. It's a busy day. Keep it moving. I just finished my Zoom. It's 3 p.m. At the moment, I don't have a trailer, and nor do I have the necessary certificate for me to go into Felixstowe in the morning and collect it. So I've just got an address of where I'm going to collect it. I'm going to get Cam to try and work out how long it will take to get from here to there and from there to Felixstowe, so he can try and organise my run for me and how long it's going to take and what time I need to head out. And I'm going to need to have a quick look around in the yard, have a look at some of the stuff in episode 59. Then I am going to need to drive all the way up to Felixstowe to do the course, and then have to drive all the way back tonight. In the yard today, we did some work on the hopper. We continued with that. Also in the backyard, even though I haven't been there, I know the guys have continued building up the bays, and we will continue with that also tomorrow. It's going to be a long night. Right, so I'm in Felixstowe. It's 7:15. I'm going into the pass office now. Satnav says I've got 99 miles to go to get home, get back in the yard, 4 a.m, go and collect the trailer, and then make our way down here for a 9 o'clock collection. Not for the faint-hearted, I tell you. Well, the plan has managed to change. We've got a call, and the first Ashville merch tracksuit is ready. Now, I could drive home, but I want to go and collect my tracksuit because I want to be wearing Ashville merch. I want to collect my Ashville merch. So before, you could have felt sorry for me for running around, but now I'm just doing it to myself. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get that done now. This day's not over yet, and generally my days are a deep dish, but today has been the deepest of deep dishes. We carry on. 9:37. Here to collect the first Ashville tracksuit. Obviously the door is locked. All right, so we are liking that. Yes, tracksuit done.
For a few seconds, we could completely lock. That's it.
Look at that. Oh man, that jumper looks massive. Is that my size, yeah?
That is the invisible line down there. You see it? Perfect.
This is it, man. This is it.
Should we do it on lock? So
Unfortunately, you'll have to wait for that one, Daniel.
that is a cool peel.
Okay. Everything we print is a different temperature. So the A was
135 degrees.
135. The Ashville on the front was
150 to 160.
150 to 160. And the label inside?
160.
160. And different durations as well. So depending on the, I don't know, the chemical compound and how it all comes together.
The adhesive.
The adhesive, it's all different. And that's how we ensure that the Ashville merch is high quality and you don't have any of that nonsense of things peeling off. Unless, of course, you do something silly like put it in the washing machine and wash it at like 1,000 degrees and then put it in a tumble dryer and then try to run an iron over it. Don't try to blame me if something like that happens. You need to take care of this gear and you need to wash it cold. Wash it cold and hang it up. I know many of you probably don't have a clothes horse in your house because you think they look ugly, but just put it on a hanger and hang it on a door or something. The creases will fall out when you're hanging it. And there we have it. That label is a XXX, yeah? The final part of the Ashville hoodie.
Is it looking good yet? Wow.
That is a serious hoodie. So I was here earlier and everything has been printed and prepared. See here? 390mm, 5X is ready. That is perfect, we like that. Yep. 4X, 380mm. Looks spot on to me. That's mine, I've already approved that. That's what I'm wearing. 2XL, 340, yes. XL. Large, 290mm. Medium, 270mm. Small, 260mm. Extra small, 240mm. Everything is confirmed. I thought I was going to have a long night. These guys are also going to have a long night. We're all going to be working round the clock. So when you do put your Ashville hoodie on, you realise the work that went into it, and this is the process and this is the thinking behind it. we didn't just slap something on the front of a top. It's taken a long time to get here, but finally we're here. In the yard. Just gone 4 o'clock in the yard. Let's try and get some of these floodlights on. Come on.
I'm not sympathizing you drive him.
Grogan's questioning my driving. Yeah, just picking up the 140-foot container. We've got all our soft toys and the mugs with the digger arms on them and all that sort of stuff. So we need to get it today, offload it, get it on the website to go on sale on December 1st. Can you see me? Hold on. I'm here. Are you filming? Where's the other battery? Well, stop then. Do not come over that fence. Right, so have you got me where I am? Can you see me? When I start moving, that's when the drone goes up. When I start moving, you need to get him putting this container on me. So, because of all the waiting we're doing, we set up a GoPro on the back of this to give you the footage of the container dropping on. Well, the GoPro battery is about to die or something's wrong with it. So everything that we've got on the truck, the drone was up for so long, the drone battery is dead. Oh man, it's not working out. Huh? Yeah, we'll try and film it out. Yeah, well, I'll try and film it out the window so I can share it with you guys, but it's just... this, like I said, all the problems of a theme park and a zoo and a logistics centre all at the same time. Oh, good to see you, mate. How's things, okay? It's my first time in here. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a container and get back to the yard as soon as possible.
He's a real superstar, this boy.
Thanks, mate. Take care of yourself.
This boy here's made a phone call or so, so our raid should be up in 15 minutes. Who's he, Daniel?
Huh?
Who's he?
Who? The driver?
Huh.
Just a random person that watches the show.
Right.
How come they don't know Tony?
Tony gets spotted all the time, don't you, Tony?
Yeah.
It's Saturday and it's 4:27. Spent the entire day on the road, well, the last 24 hours on the road, and the merch has arrived in the yard. There's going to be a separate video which should have been out already on Wednesday. Click here to watch that video as all the Ashville merch goes live. The team all stayed around to help. This man decided to turn up even though he was off today. So we managed to get through the day by any means necessary. It was a really long day. We had loads of trials and tribulations. You really need to watch this video. You know, when anything that can possibly go wrong goes wrong, that was the last 24 hours. The water towers are here. Now look at this in my hand. This looks small. This isn't small. Yeah?
Can you get that light on?
No. We've only got one more to do. No, I just want that light to go off. Just feel the quality of that jumper there. Just feel the quality. Hold on, don't make yourself come accustomed to that kind of quality, yeah?
I reckon you should take it off and just let me have a little try on.
Bruv, you can't wear this size there. If you have a look, I don't want you feeling my chest area, but if you look from an angle, you'll see like this silicone print across there. Yeah, you'll see it. Hold on, let me just. I'm trying to gas together, but you might feel like I'm gassing on you. But when I turn around and turn my back on you, you will just look at the A there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, innit?
I like it. And here I am wearing this look.
If you've been a good boy this year, Father Christmas may look after you, Terry, but don't come accustomed just yet. Hold on a minute, let me just look at the time. Yes, loving that there. You like it, innit?
I do like it.
You do like it, innit? Yeah. Thank you, I appreciate it. And thank you for coming in. And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 60. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see a video that you may not have seen before, and click here for last week's episode, which was kind of number 58 and 59 put together, whatever we had. Good night. Wilson.